Attention passionate San Francisco 49ers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC West and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on San Francisco 49ers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true San Francisco 49ers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and San Francisco 49ers fans. Let's get to the news now, folks. If you've been paying close attention to the NFC West, you know it's a division packed with talent, competition, and surprises every single season. But this year, a new chapter might be written, and it's all related to a recent move that could shift the balance of power within the division. Yes, we're talking about the San Francisco 49ers making a strategic move to bolster their wide receiver core, and the player at the center of it all is Xavier Legette. That's right, the 49ers, always looking to strike gold and maximize their roster, have reportedly traded for Xavier Legette, the wide receiver coming out of the Carolina Panthers, and this move could actually have huge implications for their upcoming season. Now, for the 49ers, this isn't just about adding another receiver, it's about filling a critical gap. You see, last season, the team faced some real challenges at the wide receiver position. Brandon Ayuk, who's been a key piece for them, has yet to return from his knee injury that sidelined him last season. That's a big concern for San Francisco's offense, especially when you consider how much Ayuk has contributed in recent years, both with his explosiveness and his ability to make big plays. His absence leaves a void that needs to be filled quickly if the 49ers want to maintain their offensive momentum and keep their Super Bowl aspirations alive. And as if that wasn't enough, Ricky Pearsall, another promising receiver, is starting off training camp with hamstring issues, which means the team is already dealing with some injury concerns at the position. So it's clear that the 49ers are in a moment where they need to act fast and smart to ensure their receiving core is ready for the grind of the season. This is where Xavier Legette comes into play. The player, who was drafted by the Panthers in 2024, showed flashes of potential despite some struggles last year. Coming out of college, Legette was heralded as a highly athletic and physically gifted receiver, with the raw tools to become a top target in the NFL. But as many young receivers do, he faced some hurdles, particularly with drops, which unfortunately cast a shadow over his promising talent. Last season, despite those issues, Legette managed to rack up 497 yards and 4 touchdowns on 49 receptions. Those numbers might not jump off the page, but they hint at the upside that the 49ers are hoping to tap into. Especially in a Kyle Shanahan offense, which is renowned for creating opportunities for receivers to excel, Legette's potential could be unlocked in ways he couldn't quite reach in Carolina. And here's the kicker, the Panthers, after drafting Tetairoa McMillan and Jimmy Horn Jr., along with adding Hunter Renfrow and keeping Adam Thielen and Jalen Coker in the fold, now find themselves with a crowded receiver room. That makes Xavier Legette somewhat expendable, especially considering his struggles with drops, and the fact that the Panthers might be open to trading him for the right price. That's where the 49ers come in, and that's why this move makes so much sense. They wouldn't have to give up a ton of draft capital, and in return, they could land a player with a lot of upside who just needs the right environment to thrive. Now, some of you might be wondering, okay, but what does this mean for the 49ers offense? Well, picture this. Shanahan's offense is all about scheming, timing, and exploiting mismatches. If Legette can work on his drops and develop consistency, he could become a true weapon. His size and athleticism give him the ability to stretch the field and make contested catches, which are exactly what the 49ers need to keep defenses honest. And considering the current injury issues at the position, having a player like Legette ready to step up could be a game changer. Let's take a quick look at the bigger picture here. The 49ers have been one of the most consistent teams in recent years, making deep playoff runs and establishing themselves as Super Bowl contenders. They've built a roster that's both talented and disciplined, with a strong defense and an offense that's capable of explosive plays. But as we all know, injuries and depth issues can derail even the best teams. That's why smart trades, like this one with Xavier Legette, are crucial for maintaining their competitive edge. The team's coaching staff, led by Kyle Shanahan and his staff, have a knack for developing talent and maximizing players' potential, and Legette's raw ability fits perfectly into that mold. Now, I want to highlight some of the key stats from Legette's season with the Panthers. Despite having some issues with drops, he was still able to total nearly 500 yards and 4 touchdowns in just 49 receptions. Those are solid numbers for a player still trying to find his footing at the NFL level. It's worth noting that in a different offensive system, his speed and size could be used more effectively, and Shanahan's offense has a history of doing just that. If Legette can refine his route running and focus on ball security, he could become a reliable target for Brock Purdy or whoever ends up leading the 49ers offense this season. It's that upside that makes him an intriguing addition. And let's remember, the NFC West is no joke. The Seahawks, Rams, and Cardinals are all making moves and trying to climb the division ladder. The Seahawks, for example, have a solid roster with Geno Smith leading their offense, and the Rams are always lurking with their veteran talent. The Cardinals are in a bit of a rebuild, but they're still dangerous. The 49ers, with this strategic acquisition of Legette, are trying to stay ahead of the curve, especially when it comes to offensive firepower. Every game, every drive counts, and having more options at wide receiver can be the difference between a deep playoff run or an early exit. So, what does this all mean for the upcoming season? Well, it means the 49ers are serious about contending again. They are aware of the vulnerabilities at wide receiver, especially early in the season, and they're taking proactive steps to ensure they have enough talent to thrive. The addition of Xavier Legette, if he can adapt and develop, could be a sneaky good move that pays dividends down the line. It's about adding depth, competition, and a little bit of that X factor that can turn a good team into a great one. And in the world of the NFL, especially in a competitive division like the NFC West, those little differences can make all the difference. Now, in terms of what to expect next, we'll be watching closely how Legette integrates into the 49ers system during training camp. Will he be able to impress coaches enough to earn a significant role? Will he work on his drops and become more reliable? Those are the questions we all want answers to. But one thing is clear, this is a calculated move by the 49ers, a team that's always looking for that edge that could potentially push them back into Super Bowl contention. So, as fans, we should be excited. The 49ers are making strategic moves to ensure they're not just contenders on paper, but contenders on the field. We've seen how Shanahan's system can elevate players, and now with Legette coming into the fold, it's a new chapter for the team's offensive possibilities. Whether he becomes a key piece or just adds depth, his journey this season will be one worth following. And now, San Francisco 49ers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and the San Francisco 49ers. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest San Francisco 49ers news.